Looks like we're going to Mammoth Fortress in this game 1 of this best of 3, and MiniVessen is going to use Teros.
MiniVessen only plays Teros, is what I'm hearing. Excuse me for that, but it looks like Teros is his legend of choice, and definitely a very strong legend. High attack, high defense. It's going to be difficult for Twilight to make sure he doesn't get killed early and can get the kills on MiniVessen, but right now, MiniVessen has an axe, Twilight has a hammer. Both players have traded well, only Twilight has traded hits. MiniVessen still hasn't gotten a hit. He does get that there, though.
Yeah, it looks like Twilight is absolutely abusing MiniVessen so far. It's kind of rare that you see a Teros in top tier play. Teros isn't really that popular of a legend, I feel like. But MiniVessen does have an opportunity to come back here. He has a ton of force and a ton of defense, and with these brutal weapons like axe and hammer, it won't take too much to close the gap.
So, I mean, so far, all we've seen from Twilight is a hammer. He's done really well with it, but I am curious to see, because Twilight, while hammer is a great weapon that he's been using more recently, it's hard to really compare to Twilight's sword. I mean, that's his weapon of choice. Most of the time,
Whoa.
He jumps into the neutral sig. Unfortunate for him,
nice.
MiniVessen is able to close off the recovery. Not quite. Twilight makes it back. Well done by extending himself above and then going back down with a dare. MiniVessen focuses, I think, a little too hard on the side of the stage and not on the push-off column, but Twilight is now again in that edge guard position. Both players are in red. Twilight makes it back, and we're seeing from MiniVessen is that he's struggling a little bit with the edge guards here.
Yeah, he's definitely struggling with the edge guards, but this force from Teros is going to take Twilight out. MiniVessen managed to turn that stock around, hold on to that defense, and just absolutely abuse Twilight. And now he's got the stock lead here, but Twilight's looking to close that out.
And he's got the sword himself. All he needs to do from here on out is get a good stare that Twilight is known for, and that'll be the kill. That's not quite it. Of course, Teros has a lot of defense, but he does go down.
Yeah, so the stocks are even once again. Twilight has managed to take out MiniVessen, but MiniVessen now with a fresh stock in the axe in hand is looking to beat him up with these axes.
But right now, Twilight's sword is dominant. A lot of dares coming out as an approach option. You know, with some of these older legends, it's really hard to get around sword dare because it is so vertical, and the new legends don't have a signature to counter that. And MiniVessen goes down in a good, within 30 seconds. Twilight taking him out fast.
Twilight played very low right there with the hammer, and he baited out MiniVessen for that recovery, stopped him from being able to touch the wall there, and that's going to give him an early kill. That was a huge game changer right there, but MiniVessen
Twilight, for
looking
the
to come back.
of that stock, had the sword. It was very dominant.
Yeah, no, Twilight definitely has some of the most dominating sword play in North America. However, MiniVessen is looking to even up these stocks once again. He's got Twilight in the kill percent. Won't take too much to get a kill. He gets the scoop, but it's not enough.
Does 2 side signatures. I guess he thought the third one would do the trick, but MiniVessen by that time has had enough of his nonsense and puts down a dare, killing Twilight quickly. And honestly, the stocks are almost tied up. All MiniVessen needs to do is get a few hits in. It's going to be interesting to see what MiniVessen can do here against Twilight's sword to try to take this game.
You could even argue that the stocks are tied up just due to the fact that MiniVessen has that nice defense, and he is starting to find some damage with this axe. However, Twilight is nearing him into the red. He's almost in red now.
Yeah, MiniVessen is a very dangerous position, despite the defensive advantage and offensive advantage he has with his stats. He's going to need to change things up right now. All Twilight needs to do is get a good signature or a couple side airs, and he's going to have this match. He puts him in an edge guard position. Watch out for that recovery, Twilight.
No, the ground pound.
And that's going to close it up.
Yeah, that ground pound was a beautiful option choice from Twilight, punishing MiniVessen's recovery.
Out on that recovery, making sure not to use it too early and get punished, but unfortunately for him, he wasn't able to punish Twilight's ground pound at all, and wasn't able to read when he needed to use that recovery.
Yep, so Twilight is going to manage to take game 1 in this best of 3.
All right, going into the next match here. Both players sticking to their legends. What is the map we're going to? It is Twilight Grove.
3, 2,
Twilight.
1,
on Twilight. Both players coming in with the unarmed. MiniVessen gets the first hit, and gets the weapon that he needs. Twilight looks like he was going for like an old bot combo there with the Sair downlight, but unfortunately he didn't really get the get that second gravity cancel downlight. Instead he dodged downward. Looks like a mistake. I'm not sure what he was really trying to do because that combo doesn't quite work out, but now both players are in yellow. Twilight takes advantage of that weapon throw, and MiniVessen is on the ropes here.
Yeah, MiniVessen has found himself in
Oh
kill
my
percent,
God,
and Twilight's gonna close that stock with double nair. Wow. He's now got a clean stock lead over MiniVessen. That's just what he needed. Can he run away with this stock, or will MiniVessen come back with force and take him out?
MiniVessen using the neutral sig. Is that going to kill him? Almost, not quite though. Twilight quickly doubles up, uses all his jumps, uses his recovery as soon as possible, and doesn't give MiniVessen any time to try to figure out what approach he needs to use to get that edge guard. Well done by Twilight, making sure he doesn't die there.
Yeah, nice comeback, but also a nice neutral sig read from MiniVessen. He is looking to close out the stock. He goes for the ground pound, but it just barely misses. Both players exchanging ground pounds and downlights. Doesn't look like MiniVessen is finding an opening to end this stock, and Twilight's running away with it and racking up a ton of damage.
Yeah, unfortunate for MiniVessen, he does finally get the kill there, but he's already in orange now. It's gonna take a bunch of hits to really get Twilight back into orange too.
Absolutely. Twilight landing that neutral light unarmed is going to further his damage lead. He now has the sword in hand. He's looking for an approach. He goes in with the side light, catches the recovery. Beautiful. He's racking up a ton of damage. The bread and butter comes out, but that island is going to save MiniVessen from getting put in the position for an edge guard.
I think he was trying to get some sort of follow-up with the island, but he was a little too close. He does get the downlights there. Not quite the kill, but Twilight's edge guarding has been on point so far. The recovery, unfortunately, lasts a little bit too long, and his dare doesn't quite catch MiniVessen. He does hit him off the island yet again, and can't get the follow-up.
Yeah, both players are struggling to find the follow-up off the island. Twilight was trying to position himself for a dare there, but MiniVessen's recovery canceled that out, and now Twilight has taken a ton of damage and has found himself in kill percent as well. That bomb trade is going to even up the match.
MiniVessen trying to get the quick kill here, goes for a side air, goes for a nair. Nothing's quite connecting with either players. MiniVessen puts down 3 stomps in a row, and Twilight tries to do like 2 different dares.
Oh, that
MiniVessen
recovery
goes
though.
under the stage. I don't know if that was intentional, but that was a beautiful bait because Twilight just falls right into that recovery.
Yeah, I mean, MiniVessen bonking his head off the bottom of the stage, that led Twilight to believe that he could get the easy follow-up from that, but puts himself in prime position to get recovered upon, and MiniVessen now has the stock lead, but not for long.
I want to believe that was real. That was.
I would like to think that was
went
a
under the
bait.
stage and went, "Hey, Twilight, look at me. I'm an easy target." And suddenly, Twilight just gets hit by that recovery out of nowhere.
I would definitely like to believe that that was a bait, but Twilight was able to even up the stocks quite fast. He's found himself in yellow, but if he can find his footing here, he might be able to even up the damage.
All right, MiniVessen has put down the lead here. Twilight's got some room to make up. Oh, he does.
Ooh!
Wow, that was fantastic. He did do the downlight dare into the mine.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, that's not going to be enough. But I do want to point out, he almost got a follow-up after the mine. Doesn't look like the mine itself had very much frame advantage, which is a weird thing to say because it's not often people will combo specifically off the mine.
Yeah, that was, I mean, he did attempt to go for the follow-up Sair off that mine, but MiniVessen was able to dodge through, and that ridiculous force for from Teros' neutral signature on the hammer was able to send Twilight flying right into the kill zone.
I mean,
and now
that
we're going
neutral
into
sig
game 2.
is just so dominant. If you use it while facing away from the stage and catch someone, it'll kill in orange. It's not even a problem.
Alright, so Twilight does have the weapon advantage. He was trying to zone MiniVessen out and guard those weapon spawns, but he didn't really rack up too much damage in the meantime. Both players are in yellow. That bomb is going to even it up for MiniVessen, but that recovery is going to bring him into the orange. He's struggling to get a weapon. Twilight is zoning him out right now.
Twilight trying to get a proper reset, but that the fact that he had that on the edge of the platform kind of ruined it. Both players are really close. Twilight doing a really good dodge and not allowing himself to get caught by the recovery, but MiniVessen is going to use his recovery on his own on
That
hammer.
was nice. He used the ground pound. Twilight
Beautiful
blows his
edge guard,
dodge, and then he cops the recovery. Nice. Excellent edge guard from MiniVessen. However, Twilight's making a pretty fast comeback here. He's got MiniVessen in kill percent. He could be able to take him out.
Twilight struggling to get the kill. It does look like he's going fishing. It's not quite working out. Little bits of air hits here and there. He does finally get the dare, but that's not going to be enough. That high defense is very important. Twilight still not getting what he needs. MiniVessen is slowly starting to get back a lead here.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it looks like they're playing two different games. Twilight appeared to be playing Fishing Planet, and MiniVessen was playing Brawlhalla. But Twilight does close out that stock and even it up.
One thing I say about fishing is you gotta have patience. You can't just sit down, put out your rope, and say, hey, fish, come to me. Twilight is looking for that, and unfortunately, he suffered the damage consequences. But now that he has a sword, it looks like he's making that back up.
Yeah, absolutely. With the sword, I feel like he's super confident and he's able to find his footing here. He is backing up a ton of damage.
Unfortunate for MiniVessen, you can't do that.
That bomb was devastating for MiniVessen, and that dare is going to secure the kill. Twilight, now with a full stock lead, is looking to take this game.
Alright, Twilight gets hit into the mine. Well done by MiniVessen, using his dodge properly, getting down a sidelight, and Twilight and MiniVessen are now evened up on the third game with one stock each, mostly white health. What is going to happen? I have no idea.
It could go either way at this point. MiniVessen has found himself in yellow, but he's got a ton of defense and he's got that axe in hand. He's looking to find some... Ooh, he's looking to set up a mine. Let's see what happens with that.
Alright, Twilight attempting to get in on MiniVessen, but MiniVessen is doing a pretty good job at it, punishing approaches. Twilight's recovery puts down a ton of damage on MiniVessen, as sword recovery does quite often. Almost gets caught by the neutral stick, gets caught by it the second time. Fool me once. Twilight is trying to get back on stage, trying to avoid getting edge guarded. MiniVessen doing a little bit of dash dancing here and there. Goes for the dare. Almost kills Twilight. Twilight has to be extremely careful, and the Seer is going to take him out. Twilight is eliminated from the tournament.